this is going to be an amazing script. It's going to be a really good set of episodes.
Jennifer, Spoonie, I have an idea. Seriously Cereal has talked a lot about the cereal business and how much cereal is made and sold every year, but we've never gone in depth about cereal prizes, and that's a really cool part of cereal.
That's a really good point. I can't think of a single other product that regularly includes a prize. Okay, all right, Spoonie, you've got a point there. When I was a kiddo, Cracker Jack did include little toys in every box, but nowadays it's just a sticker or just a link to something online.
Questions, Spoonie?
Well, yeah, no, that's a really good point, Spoonie. The first step in any good plan is to ask yourself, what questions do you want to answer?
The questions that I ask will determine what I learn.
The better the questions, the better the discoveries.
Thanks, guys. What was the first cereal box prize? When was it released? What cereal was it in? What was the coolest prize? What was the rarest prize? What was the strangest prize?
Hey Maxwell, I heard you're working really hard on a new Seriously Cereal idea.
I sure am. I want to learn more about the prizes that come in cereal boxes so I can share the information with my friends. Do you have any crafts that might help?
Definitely. Before I start searching for new information, I like to do mazes for practice. They get my brain warmed up. Then I take out my focus glass to help me focus my search.
Is a focus glass like a magnifying glass, like detectives use?
You got it! And then I make notes about what I find in a project notebook. Maxwell, why don't you warm up your brain with the maze, and I'll start making our focus glass and project notebook.
Cool. I really like this.
You could download printable templates from the description box below, or you can write to blueforgefilms@gmail.com and ask for the craft materials from episode 242. This is the focus glass. The first step is to customize it and make it your own. Color it your favorite color or draw your favorite things. I'm going to customize this focus glass with a cereal theme. Much better. Now fold on the line that says fold and cut out the focus glass along the line that says cut. Last but not least, glue the focus glass with the colorful sides facing out and tape at the top to make the focus glass even stronger. A glue stick would probably work better, but we couldn't find ours. All right, here you go.
Hey, this is great. It'll help me focus on this maze.
And I'll make our project notebook. First, I'll customize the cover of the project notebook. That's this first page with the words Project Notebook. I'll use a cereal theme again because I'm making this for Maxwell. Next, I'll cut along all the lines that say cut on all 3 pieces of paper. Now I'll put the pages in order, starting with the cover and then the line pages 1 through 11. And I'll staple everything together where it says staple here and here.
And done.
So am I.
Awesome. Man, this is amazing. I already feel so inspired. I just think I need one more thing.
Perfect.
The cereal detective is on the job. All right, time for the research montage. Hi, Mark and Cherry. Can you tell me about what your favorite cereal box prizes were as a kid?
Well, this is going to be kind of a complicated and possibly long subject, but back in the 1950s and into the early 60s, a lot of cereal boxes had actual toys in them. So what they used to do was, there was one set here, series of American heroes. This guy's supposed to be Davy Crockett. And then they had another one here in the same series called, I think it's John Paul Jones. So they were primarily adventurous military heroes and stuff like this. But they had a whole series of these, and you'd get one in every box. And of course, that was the thing, was you keep getting mom and dad keep buying the boxes to try to get the whole set. And that was part of the deal. And I think this was by Marx Inc. company. They were a big toy manufacturer back then. These are kind of the nicer ones. Well, this is a reproduction of another set. This is by Timmee, Timmee Corporation. And this is a reproduction of what they put in the cereal boxes. This guy's supposed to be Davy Crockett, but you can tell it's not as detailed. It's just a generic figure that they would put in there. They also put army men and everything else in there. Once again, it was the idea of every box, you never knew what you were going to get. And so everybody had to try to get their mom and dad to keep buying everything so they had the whole set and everything of the box.
Well, I remember a different way of getting our toys. It was back in the early 60s, so all through the 60s, if they didn't have a toy in the box of the cereal, they had a big promotion saying, if you send in 2 box tops or 3 box tops and you mail it in, and of course back in the 60s, the boxes of cereal were huge compared to what you get for your money now. So my favorite cereal was always Fruit Loops, and my hero was Toucan Sam. So I said, oh, Mom, I gotta get that. Oh, I gotta get it, but I have to send in 2 box tops. And they, okay, all right. And my older brothers always helped me eat all the cereal. That was never a problem. So we got down to it, and I got my box tops. I sent it in, and sure enough, somewhere in all of my stuff, I still have a little plush of Toucan Sam. But that's just an example. And you could just get all kinds of other things. You could get actual larger toys that you could put together, you know, like maybe not Legos, but something that you could actually, you know, fit together and make something. And then for those like me, I got my Toucan Sam, and so every time when I was eating breakfast, I had to have Toucan Sam right there sitting. So he was keeping me company, you know. But I had to eat Fruit Loops. If he didn't see me eating Fruit Loops, he would get very upset. So then I'd have to get something else and eat something else. But anyway, so that was the box top thing. So it made it fun for kids, you know. I wish they could bring that back, but of course if they do the box top thing and they say, oh, mail in 2 box tops, it'll cost you probably about $1.50, $2 just to mail that stuff in. And then the cost of each cereal box is probably about $3 or $4. So it's kind of a pricey thing. You might as well just go to a toy store and just buy your own stuff, whatever, you know, because it's not going to work. But in the 60s, it worked really well.
Yep.
Thank you so much for all this wonderful information, Mark and Sherry. You guys were great.
Well, thank you, Maxwell. And now Mark and I are going to finish our walk.
Enjoy your walk.
Maxwell,
Hey.
how's your research into cereal prizes coming along?
Well, I've put down some of my own experiences through the prizes we've gotten on Seriously Cereal. And I've heard some other experiences through 2 Seriously Cereal fans who grew up in the 1950s and 60s.
Okay.
Right now, I'm looking over some printed articles about the history of cereal prizes that I got off the internet.
Okay, cool. Is there anything I can do to help?
Actually, could you take me to the library? The internet is great for finding information, but I wonder if anyone's made a whole book about cereal prizes.
I would love to take you to the library. I can teach you all about the Dewey Decimal System.
Ooh, awesome.
Come on.
All right, field trip time.
All right, buckle up.
Always.
Okay, so cereal books tend to be found in the 660 range of the Dewey Decimal Classification System.
All right, gotcha.
Okay.
The Dewey Decimal Classification System, also called the Dewey Decimal System, is a system for organizing books. It was invented in 1873. That's almost 150 years ago. The system has 10 main categories, and each of those 10 categories have 100 subcategories. And then there are more subcategories in the subcategories. The Dewey Decimal System is complicated and very detailed, but it has to be. It can organize books about literally anything in the world.
Books about cereals are found in the main category, Technology and Application of Knowledge, Dewey Decimal 600. That's because cereal was something people invented. From there, you have to look in the subcategory, Chemical Technology, Dewey 660. Then, in the subcategory, Foods, Sugar and Starch, Dewey 664. And finally, in the subcategory Cereal Grains, Related Processes, and Related Products, which is Dewey Decimal number 664.7. Whew! That's a lot of categories. But we found two great books. The Great American Cereal Book by Marty Gitlin and Topher Ellis, and Cereal Boxes and Prizes of the 1960s by Scott Bruce. Success!
You've got a lot of reading to do.
I love it. When I want to learn about something, I want to learn everything about it. And I have a lot of questions about cereal box prizes.
I can't wait to hear all the answers you find.
It's time for the cereal detective to present the facts. And just the facts. Hi everyone, I'm Maxwell and this is Seriously Cereal, the weekly show where we learn more about cereal, enjoy spending time with friends and family, and of course, learn about super cool things. After 2 weeks of planning and research into cereal box prizes, I'm ready to present my findings. And that's Spoonie, our director. Thank you, Spoonie. And if you'd like to make a project notebook like mine, or a focus glass that you can design yourself, check the link in the video description below, or write to us at blueforgefilms@gmail.com and ask for the crafts from Seriously Cereal episode number 242. That's right, Spoonie, and they're absolutely free, and all the supplies you need should be easily accessible. You'll need crayons, scissors, tape, a glue stick, and a stapler. And of course, as you can see here, all the crafts are printable using just normal paper and a normal printer. I had questions, and I went looking for answers. What was the first cereal box prize? What cereal was it in? I also wondered, what was the coolest cereal box prize? What was the strangest cereal box prize? And what was the rarest cereal box prize? It was really fun to find all these facts and draw my own conclusions to find my answers. That's right, Spoonie. Our word of the day is conclusion. To conclude something means to bring it to an end. To draw a conclusion means to make a decision about something. So, after gathering all my facts, I've concluded which cereal box prizes best answer my questions, and are good to share with all of you. The first cereal box prize was in 1932, packaged with Kellogg's Corn Flakes. However, the prize itself actually wasn't in the box. You had to mail in a coupon that came packaged with the box. It was only until 1 year later, in 1933, when General Mills, a competitor of Kellogg's, would release the first cereal box prize actually in the box, and those were Skippy trading cards in boxes of Wheaties. Kellogg's called their prize the Funny Jungleland Moving Pictures book. It was a small book with flaps that you folded over to change the heads, bodies, and feet of different animals. The animals were all dressed up in fancy clothes. It was really charming and creative. But kids definitely wanted their prizes instantly, and it was General Mills, again a rival of Kellogg's, that released the very first prize included in the box itself. They were trading cards of Skippy, a little guy popular in comics at the time. As the very first prize actually in the box, Wheaties and General Mills wins in 1933. When looking for the coolest cereal box prize, I wanted to find something original, not related to some movie or another brand. Something that both did something cool and taught something cool at the same time. Post cereal gave away mini terrariums and alphabet cereal in the 1970s, and again in the 1980s. These colorful plastic boxes had snap-on lids and were tinted red, blue, or yellow. They came with an absorbent pad that held onto water and a packet of seeds, basil, cress, or violet elizum. Drop the pad into the bottom of the terrarium, add the seeds and a little soil, water once, then snap on the lid and place the terrarium in a sunny spot. Seeds sprouted in about 8 days, and kiddos learned how warmth and water vapor made condensation inside the terrarium to create the perfect environment for plants to grow. It was in 1947 when General Mills offered an atomic ring in Kix cereal, and that's my winner for rarest and most dangerous cereal box prize. At first I thought this ring was kind of gross because it's shaped like a bomb. My grandmother Lynn is a retired army sergeant, and she always says, "No one wants war less than a soldier." I've never been someone to play with gun toys or war toys of any kind, but back in 1947, the atomic ring was made because people were excited about the good things atomic energy might do, not because it was something used in war. When you opened a hidden compartment on the atomic ring in a dark room, you could see flashes of light. That's because teeny bits of polonium-210, a radioisotope, were hitting the ring's zinc sulfide coating and causing tiny spikes. Yep, there were traces of radioactive material in this cereal box prize. And even though the polonium-210 only stayed radioactive for 140 days, that also meant that the flashes of light only worked for about 6 months for the time the ring was manufactured. Now there have been a lot of strange and wonderful cereal box prizes. Color-changing toys, toys that roll, flip, or dive, toys that glow, toys that spin or make sounds. But for the strangest cereal box prize, I wanted to pick a prize that would really surprise you. So, how about land? In 1955, Quaker put 21 million deeds into boxes of their puffed rice and puffed wheat cereals. A deed is a legal certificate proving that you own a piece of property. Each deed was worth 1 square inch of land along the Yukon River in Canada. The Yukon River was famous for the Klondike Gold Rush, and every single specially marked box sold out in the first few weeks. Quaker had purchased just over 19 acres for $1,000 and divided those acres into tiny 1-inch properties. What did someone expect to do with 1 inch of land? Unfortunately, Quaker never paid taxes on the land, and they never formally registered the deeds with the government, so none of the deeds are real. Yikes. So, that answers all my questions. What was the first cereal box prize? Where was it found, and when was it released? What was the coolest prize, the rarest prize, and the strangest prize? I read about more than 80 cereal box prizes in the making of the special, and there were some really cool ones, like a crisp meteorite ring, or diving frogmen in cornflakes. even a whistle in Captain Crunch that happened to have the exact right frequency to trick phone systems in the 1970s. So many outrageous and amazing prizes have been released over the years. My personal favorite? Good question, Spoonie. I thought that the funny Jungle Land Moving Pictures book was really sweet, and learning about it being the first ever cereal box prize, even if it wasn't included in the box, reminded me of my personal favorite cereal box prize, and that is a little book called Chicka Chicka Boom Boom, which is packaged in General Mills classic Cheerios. I still have my copy to this day. What now? What now? Definitely something we've never done before.
Hi everybody, I'm Faith.
And I'm Maxwell, the Serial Detective.
Welcome to Seriously Serial,
Episode 242, Part 4.
the final episode in the month-long special, The Serial Detective.
It's been so amazing.
Seriously Serial is made possible by viewers like you.
And by Blue Legacy, a volunteer-run nonprofit dedicated to bringing people together.
Find out more at
www.seriouslycereal.org.
if you eat your cereal dry, then you're a snacker, like our buddy, Bowler.
Or, if you prefer with milk, then you're a spooner, like our pal, Spoonie. Hi!
Each month, we post 4 episodes with a theme. This month's theme is...
The Serial Detective investigates cereal box prizes.
We've discovered so much.
Yeah. I asked and answered a lot of questions about cereal box prizes and learned a lot about their history over the years.
The first 2 prizes were from Kellogg's and General Mills.
That's right. The coolest prize was from Post, the most dangerous and rarest prize was from General Mills, and the strangest prize was from Quaker.
A flip book, trading cards, terrariums, an atomic ring, and even an inch of land.
And those are just the best prizes in my opinion.
I promised to taste test cereals to help with your investigation. Are we going to try all those cereals that those prizes came in?
Well, we'd actually reviewed all but 3 of those cereals that those toys came in over the course of a show. And unfortunately, the final 3 cereals we hadn't reviewed were discontinued in 2019 and 2021, fairly recently actually.
Oh no! So what are we going to review today?
Hey! Time for another cereal field trip.
I think it is. Let me just get on my travel
All right.
outfit. And there we go.
All right.
All right.
We'll be right back, Faith.
All right. Hey, Spoonie, come look at these cereal memes.
Cereal box prizes, here we go.
Let's go. Belts on. All right, Max, so what are you doing here today?
Okay, so we are looking for a cereal with a toy in the box that we haven't gotten yet. So let's see if we can find that, huh?
All right, good luck.
Let's see if this is a free cereal snackable with 3 purchases of one of these qualifying cereal boxes. A lot of good cereal to possibly review, but not seeing any toys here. Alright, here we are from Mara. Let's see if we can find a toy in the box.
A lot of empty shelves.
Yeah. Yeah, not seeing anything.
All right, Max, you're at your next stop.
Yes, I am. What is the deal with this breakfast with bananas?
It has like the logo of a banana band on it. It's a balanced breakfast can be key to getting good nutrition and starting your day off right. That's true. Many of us are falling short when it comes to getting the recommended amounts of whole grain, calcium, vitamin D, and potassium. Lucky for you, the simple, easy, and convenient choice of Big G cereal, original style Yoplait yogurt, and a Chiquita banana for breakfast helps contribute towards these important nutrients for bunches of fun. Interesting, okay. But this does not have a prize in it, so that's for another day, I'd say. Oat Crunch.
Huh.
No. Oh, it's not just Honey Nut Cheerios either, it's all Cheerios.
Ah.
This is interesting. No toy, it just looks interesting.
Oh my gosh, Maxwell.
Oh,
Brand name.
not that interesting.
Super brand name. Prizes in the bags?
I couldn't imagine.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Okay, next up.
All right, the search continues.
Yeah, we are at Safeway now. Continue to look for a prize in the box. That's what they find. Not a variation of Raisin Bran. What's this? Ah, Scanned Browns. $125. It's not quite in the box. And something tells me that an Xbox Series X is not actually in this box, so I'm happy about that. Scan code. This was a 12 Days of Christmas box. A little bit late there, I suppose.
Yeah, isn't it almost February?
Yeah. It's winter. It's close enough. Oh, wait a minute. Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Oh, but
Free
you got
toy
that.
inside. Well, that's true, but I got a Count Chocula. That's one of the rare ones.
Yes.
This could be an all-new one.
So that would be an option.
It would be.
Okay.
All right, I am back, and I brought Cinnamon Toast Crunch. Not a totally new cereal box toy, but maybe we'll get a new one of them. Let me just take off my outfits. Okay, there we go. And we have our serving and the two other prizes we got from Cinnamon Toast Crunch. This guy was from this same Halloween set, so maybe we'll get a duplicate on him with a friend.
This is Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It costs $3.98. And this is the prize it comes with.
Oh. Oh! It's a little standee of Blueberry, one of Count Chocula's friends, from my favorite of the three. That's one of the rare standees.
Ooh.
The second most rare. It's a 1 in 25 chance to get this guy.
Wow.
Man, we have just gotten really lucky this time around.
Yes, we have.
Well, I guess we haven't actually gotten lucky, but that's really cool. Let's put this little guy over here.
Yeah, with his little friend.
Maybe we should go back to the store and get a third one so we have the whole Halloween set. We've gotten the other two. We might luck out again. So if you're looking for a cereal with a prize in the box, then Cinnamon Toast Crunch is your best bet. You never know which figurine you might get. It's super fun. A serving size is 1 cup, and there are 13 servings per box. So that's about 30 cents per serving.
It has 170 calories, 33 carbs, and 12 grams of added sugar per serving.
What will this fan favorite score this time?
Let's find out.
Alright, Cinnamon Toast Crunch once again. I guess this counts as a revisited episode.
I feel like we've had this like 3 times already, like just classic Cinnamon Toast Crunch. It almost feels ridiculous to review it again,
Yeah.
but for the sake of it,
Yeah, if we must.
if we must. It smells sweet and a little bit like cinnamon.
Yeah, still a 5 out of 5 at the Spooner. It's just really good. And there's a lot of different variations too.
Yes, this is the classic though.
Yeah.
It's powdery, a little bit sticky, and very, very sweet.
Yeah, it is definitely like a dessert cereal, but as far as dessert cereals go, not including chocolate cereals, because that's kind of a whole different game for me, I think this is probably the best dessert cereal you can have.
If I really want like a very sugary, sweet, like indulgent cereal, this is probably one that I would go for. It is a little bit tricky because it gets a tiny bit sticky on your hands as a snacker, but I still think it's a really good snacking cereal. It's a pretty good size, you know, to be able to pick up like this. It's not too small, you know, like Rice Krispies or something like that. That's not great for snacking.
Do you
on.
think Captain Crunch counts as a dessert cereal?
Yes, it 100%.
Okay, in that case, I take it back. Captain Crunch Berries is the best dessert cereal. I'm sorry, Cinnamon Toast Crunch, but I gotta support the other crunch in the game.
If you're not a huge fan of cinnamon, that's really not an issue with this kind of cereal, I don't find, because it's not a super strong cinnamon flavor.
No, it's not.
It's definitely heavier on the sugar than the cinnamon, for the cinnamon and sugar coating it has. And I think it's very good. It has like, the cereal itself doesn't have too strong of a flavor. It mostly just tastes like the coating they put on it. I would probably give it a 4 as a snacker at this moment in time. I feel like that rating has probably changed a little bit.
But still like the same ballpark of very high.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's a good recommendation.
100%.
Yeah. And I stick by that 5 I said earlier. Even when it's in milk, it still has like a good little bit of crunch to it, which is honestly nice. It really lives up to like its name.
And I think it does flavor the milk.
Yeah, no question.
The Serial Detective episodes were written by Jennifer DeMarco and edited by Maxwell DeMarco.
You can find hundreds of Seriously Serial episodes here on our channel and lots of other great family shows too, so make sure to hit that subscribe button.
You can support the show at seriouslyserial.org by getting an autographed copy of a Seriously Serial book.
Because this is a show for kids, YouTube turns off comments, but we love to hear from you. Write to us at blueforgefilms@gmail.com and Spoonie will write you back.
See you next time with an all-new theme.
And thanks for tuning in this month for The Serial Detective. Hey, Spoonie. Thank you. Filming The Serial Detective was a lot of fun, and I'm so happy that everyone got so much enjoyment out of it. I hope I was able to introduce you to some new facts. I certainly learned some new ones by the end of this. Oh! For me? Well, it's cornflakes. Is this because the first cereal prize ever was marketed with cornflakes? Thank you so much. I don't think that there's a prize in here, though. I mean, I know the original prize is not included in the box, but... Wait. It's a vintage Kellogg's Jungle Land book. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. This is a real copy of the Kellogg's Funny Jungle Land Moving Pictures book. Cinnamon Toast Crunch's toys are cool, but to end off the series, we really wanted something special. And so, we got our hands on an actual copy of this little book. The first ever cereal prize. And now at Seriously Serial, we can say we own it. And it really is a charming little toy. It has all these little folds that you can fold over the different illustrations of the animals to have them wear different outfits. It's just super fun, and just a real, step back in time through the history of cereal. That's right, Spoonie. Onward to our next adventures. I can't wait to see what we'll be learning together in this new year. See you next time.